Hi everyone. As we enter the assessment period, I imagine that most of you are already feeling quite stressed. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it and I hope you find it useful. I have decided not to reinvent the wheel, so I'll start by sharing a video that it's available on YouTube. This video was created and narrated by Dr. Russ Harris, a world-renowned trainer of acceptance and commitment therapy. And then I'll comment further on this video with some potential suggestions to support you, particularly through the assessment period.
When we face a crisis of any sort, fear and anxiety are inevitable. They are normal natural responses to any challenging situation infused with danger and uncertainty. Face COVID is a set of practical steps for dealing with such situations. F is for focus on what's in your control. You can't control what happens in the future. You can't control coronavirus itself or the world economy or what other people do, and you can't magically control your thoughts and feelings. Fear, anxiety, and worry are inevitable. But you can control what you do here and now. So let's focus on that. A is for acknowledge your thoughts and feelings. Silently and kindly acknowledge whatever is showing up inside you, thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, sensations, urges. With curiosity, notice what's going on in your inner world. You might say to yourself, I'm noticing feelings of anxiety, or I'm having thoughts about getting sick, or I'm having feelings of loneliness. And as you continue acknowledging your thoughts and feelings, bring in the next step, which is C, come back into your body. Find your own way of connecting with your physical body. For example, you might try slowly pressing your feet hard into the floor, or slowly pressing your fingertips together, slowly stretching your arms or your neck, or shrugging your shoulders, or slowly breathing. And as you acknowledge your thoughts and feelings and come back into your body, you then move to E, which is for engage in what you're doing. Get a sense of where you are here and now and refocus your attention on the activity at hand. Notice 5 things you can see, 5 things you can hear. Notice what you can touch and taste and smell. Notice what you are doing and give your full attention to that activity. And then C is for committed action. This means effective action guided by your core values. Action you take because it's important to you, even if it brings up difficult thoughts and feelings. Of course, this includes following official guidelines on what to do during this crisis. But in addition, ask yourself regularly, what can I do right now, no matter how small it may be, that improves life for myself or others I live with or people in my community? And whatever the answer is, do it and engage in it fully. O is for opening up. This means making room for difficult feelings and being kind to yourself. As this crisis unfolds, we'll all feel fear, anxiety, anger, sadness, guilt, loneliness, and so on. We can't stop these painful feelings from arising, but we can open up and make room for them. Acknowledge they are normal, allow them to be there even though they hurt, and treat ourselves kindly. Consider what are kind words you can say to yourself and kind things you can do for yourself to help you cope with this suffering. V is for values. Committed action should be guided by your core values. What do you want to stand for in the face of this crisis? What sort of person do you want to be as you go through this? How do you want to treat yourself and others? Your values might include love, respect, humor, patience, courage, honesty, caring, openness, kindness, compassion, or numerous others. Look for ways to sprinkle your values into your day and let them guide and motivate your actions. I is for identify resources. Identify resources for help, assistance, support and advice. This includes friends, family, neighbours, health professionals and emergency services. Make sure you know the emergency helpline phone numbers, including those for psychological help if required. D is for disinfect and distance. Remember to disinfect regularly and practice physical distancing for the greater good of your community. Please run through the steps of Face COVID as often as you can for the benefit of yourself, your loved ones, and all the people in your community.
First of all, I want to emphasize the first idea presented in the video, that fear and anxiety are common experiences in all of us right now. Some of us may feel this anxiety more intensively. Others may feel sadness is the most poignant emotion. Others will just feel numb, disconnected, that this is just too much to cope. I just can't deal with all of this right now. And that's okay. There is nothing wrong with not being okay. We are all human. We all have difficult moments in our life, and moments of uncertainty like this create a lot of anguish. The anxiety starts to increase. We may engage in ruminative processes and we may not be able to spin out. It's tiring. It's emotionally exhausting. So understandably, this will have an impact on your studies or the energy that is required to engage with your academic responsibilities. So more than ever, it is important to try to be aware of these moments where we are being dragged by our emotional experience and try to stop it and focus in the here and now on the things that we can actually do, on the things that we can actually control. So first of all, acknowledge your thoughts and emotional experiences. Just noticing, without analyzing it, without judging it. I'm feeling anxious. I'm overwhelmed. Too much to do. And when that happens, just come back into your body. In the video, they suggested some tips of how to do that. But as you just saw me doing, as I was becoming aware and acknowledging my inner experience, I immediately took a deep breath as a way of coping and not allowing my thoughts to engage in an unproductive ruminative process that would just intensify and amplify these emotions. Another suggestion was to be mindful, to practice being aware in the present moment. A simple exercise is to use your 5 senses to refocus your attention. So let's start. Notice 5 things that you can see. Look around and bring your attention to 5 things that you might not normally notice. Notice 4 things that you can feel. Bring your awareness to 4 things that you are currently feeling, like the texture of your pants or the temperature of your skin, warm, cold. Just try to notice the things that you can feel. Notice 3 things that you can hear. Try to tune into the sounds of your surroundings. What can you hear in the background? This might be a bird singing, just sounds of the traffic from a nearby road. Notice 2 things that you can smell. Tune your senses into smells you might usually dismiss, whether they are pleasant or unpleasant. Perhaps the smell of coffee or a beautiful cake freshly baked. Notice 1 thing that you can taste right now in this moment, maybe that freshly baked cake. Or you can take a sip of coffee, savor some chocolate. But just be here, in the here and now, and mindful of your own senses. And again, it is important to be open for our emotional experience instead of running away from our emotions. Most importantly, in those moments, consider being kind to yourself. Work on building self-compassion. Being self-compassionate involves being kind, understanding, and supportive towards oneself in moments of distress and pain like this one. In this more adaptive way of dealing with negative emotions has the potential to alleviate mental health difficulties and promote well-being. Check out the link below where I'll talk in more detail about self-compassion and how you can try it for yourself. And then think of things that you can do that will improve your life right now, no matter how small they are. Baby steps are extremely important, particularly now. And identify your resources, family members that can support you through these times, or friends, or neighbors, or mental health professionals, or your personal tutor, or your senior tutor, or the well-being team in the college. Or if you need out-of-hours support, just also see the numbers of the mental health crisis hotline and also the Samaritans. And don't forget to follow the guidelines to wash your hands, but no more than what is recommended to reduce the risk of spreading the virus. It is not actually proven that washing for more than 20 seconds make it less likely to spread the virus, so it does not add any benefits. And that's all for me now. Thank you for watching, and remember to be kind to yourself through this difficult time. Bye.